Since I was a little girl, I dreamed of competing at the highest level. I pushed weights, I did boxing, and when I finally swapped the barbell for an oar, everything changed. My name is Nanna Vigild. I'm a professional rower from Denmark, and every stroke I take has been earned. Long before the start line in the quiet hours. When most people sleep, I'm already on the water. People usually see the medals, the podiums, the results, but they rarely see the hours, the cold mornings, the pain. Rowing is simple. You pull and you keep pulling. But the journey, that's where it gets complicated. On this YouTube channel, I will show you my journey as I build it. So, hi, how's it going? I'm gonna be sharing this whole journey, this project on YouTube, and we're striving to post a video every other week to share this journey, share how I do it. And I actually don't really know what it's going to be because I haven't done this yet, you know? This is also new for me, but I love the idea that we could involve some people and we could like do this together, you know? I just love the idea of that it can be, you know, sharing the journey. So it's not just a lonely little project, but it's something to share with whoever would want to watch. You know, if it's just one person, I am happy. Then I've still shared with someone. I started rowing about, 4 or 5 years ago. And I could be wrong. It could just be that I didn't know where to look, but I've definitely felt like the rowing world is a little bit of a closed environment. And I don't think this actually is only for rowing. I think elite level sports in general, it can be a somewhat closed environment, you know? It can be hard to get an honest look into what is the work actually, you know, what do we actually do as elite athletes? Do we just, you know, go to the gym a little bit and work out and like that's nice, or what is it actually like? So I had this dream of kind of opening up a little bit and, you know, let people see what the work actually is, you know, and just have a little bit of a look into this world and the work that goes into it.
Jeg vil lave mig til en YouTube sensation. So we're at the Team Denmark building, and I'm gonna go get it's like a body composition measurement just to kind of see where we're at, like with how much is muscle, how much is not muscle. And it's kind of like just to like start this project, you know? I love data, and we want data. So that's the first thing we're gonna do today. Look at this place. Ooh, wow.
So always when I come here, it's important to take photos with your friends. Here we go. Whenever I go out here, then I'll take a photo and I'll send it to him, for whatever reason.
Bye.
We can't film in here today, just because it is a body composition measurement, then we cannot film in here. All right, turns out I'm still massive. No.
So what we do is basically, it's like different points she like marks out here, and then measure with, I don't know what that's called, but one of these to see how like the skin fold. And then from that, you can see kind of what's fat, what's muscle, what's what really. And it's really cool to have a baseline for that. Now when we start this whole thing, now I have a baseline of, you know, where my body is at. So we had one of these measurements done, I want to say it was like about a month before the World Championships, or maybe a month before we left for it. I don't really remember. There's a little bit of a timeline that's like, don't really remember. And so right now I'm a little bit heavier. I was about 2 kilos heavier, but that's a good thing. But it did look like some of it was muscle, so it's not all just, you know, fat. And if it was, it would actually be fine. So I have a very, like, I don't really add any like value to it. You know, I don't feel like it's better or like have a different kind of like look on myself, you know. I've done sports in like weight categories since I was 16, and with very big differences. When I did boxing, I was a solid 12 kilos lighter than I am now. When I did weightlifting, I was a little bit heavier. The heaviest I've been to was like, I think I think I just reached 74. I was always trying to strive for 80 because with my height, when I did weightlifting, that just would have made sense. But I didn't get to that. It's hard work. It's hard work getting weight like that. So I am going to try to be a little bit heavier now. I think, I don't know, probably 75. Again, 80 would actually be good. But I think over the winter, I'm going to strive for around 75. I've looked very different depending on the sport, and I never really added much value to it. It's just, I've always just kind of looked like the sport I'm doing, you know? And my body is just, it looks how it needs to look to sustain the work I'm doing, you know? And I think there's something beautiful in that. I think it's cool that you can see the work that your body is doing, you know? And the differences in the sports, and like see what you need to be able to perform. I think there's something beautiful in that. So I have a very, like, my relationship with this is that it's just numbers, and it's numbers you can use to, like, for your performance, and that some things will be better for the sport you're doing now, but it doesn't change anything else in that, you know? And I think it's cool. It's like, it's a tool, you know? It's a tool you can use to be better at what you're doing.
We had a body composition measurement to see what's the numbers on that. Now we're gonna see what's the numbers on my lungs, on my physical state. Where are we at? So we're gonna have a threshold test done at Løberlab, and I'm gonna do it with running. All right, so we are at Løberlab right now. I'm gonna go do a VO2 max test and some lactate testing. And we're gonna do it with running, and I've actually never done that before. I've only tried it with rowing, and where it was like a 6-minute, max out test for 6 minutes. This one is gonna be slightly different, but I think we're gonna get Emil, the guy who's gonna do it, we're gonna get him to explain a little bit more about it, but that's what we're doing right now. Maybe we should just be patient and wait to see if he's here. It's actually a really cool place. Hi, Emil! Glad to see you. Let me introduce you to this guy who's gonna be running this test. So every time, if you open up his Instagram, he's always somewhere awesome, and he's always running insane distances. And I don't know how he's doing it. Also, you will see that he is here at literally 4 in the morning, maybe 4:30, I don't even know. 4 in the morning, out here working out. He's got clients all day. He's like, I think running this whole thing, I don't even know. And all around, just a good guy.
Having Nanna today, I'm looking forward to so much.
See how the running is going.
Yeah, but also we know you're an incredible athlete, so now we can actually get some numbers on that. I'm really looking forward to.
And we can see some progress on it, which is what we're looking for. It's going to be pretty interesting. But I think maybe, I don't know, let's get ready for a test, and then if you could go over what are we doing with the test and what's the whole plan for it, then that I think would be good. I don't know.
I love that.
Okay, cool. I am gonna go and get changed and get ready to actually do some running, or I could just sit in this, I don't even care. I'll do it in Jordans, that's fine. No, I'll go get changed and then we'll get ready for the test.
Okay, Michael Jordan,
yes.
First on the ride.
First on the ride, okay, cool. I should just hold the mic like this. Then it's like on my Instagram and my tiny mic, it's like, hello, hi, how's it going? It's actually pretty good we're doing this with running and not with the rowing, because my hands are not doing well. I mean, and I've been so careful, like I've been so careful. But then we were rowing this like long program, and my hands are just like, they're messed up.
Well, it's yesterday you were running?
Yes.
So normally we say to athletes they can do anything, I would say threshold kind of thing before, because we can see their lactate, but now we know. So
it was yesterday morning.
Yesterday morning.
Yeah.
How much strength training are you guys doing? I'm always curious about that.
So twice a week.
Only twice a week?
Only twice, maybe 3 times a week, but I'm gonna do, so over the winter, I'm gonna do twice a week, and then 1 time CrossFit actually. Kind of see how that's gonna go.
Okay, so what we're trying to see is actually your quality in your lungs, how much capacity you can expand and exhalate. Mm-hmm. So what we're doing here, and you take a deep breath, and on the second, mouthpiece around, not the lips, but the whole mouth. Please be accurate. I've seen people like Cami. And I'm like, come on, do you not have more than that? So really lean forward, all you can do, and be aggressive from the start.
Okay, I'll try. I'm just never good at this kind of stuff.
Okay, so there, so you can have space.
Okay, so first in, out, and then in, and then...
Exactly.
Okay, so...
Come on. Okay.
Oh, it's always so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, that was it. Bye.
So, first of all, we have to get the Moxies on. So the Moxies on is a device that's trying to see how much oxygen levels you compare. Normally, I think you have 2 on each arm because of the rowing technique. Now we have 2 on the legs and 1 of the arm.
It's actually pretty interesting. I've never tried this before. So I don't even know what it's going to show.
It's the Running Academy.
So, the most famous thing, the mask. Do you have anything with getting claustrophobic or?
No, so I do have, so from massive jaw surgery, I have screws like right under the skin right here.
From
that,
what?
I've had a massive jaw surgery, so I have like, I have screws all over my face.
Okay.
And that gets a little uncomfortable, but like it's okay. It's
Okay.
fine. Yeah. And I usually have like the smallest one.
The smallest one.
Small face. So they're pretty right now. Oh.
Nanna the prince. Nanna the princess.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, oops. I ruined it. I'm sorry. I broke it. I ruined it already. Whoops. Take 2. We try again.
You okay now?
Yeah, it's tight. That's good.
Is that too tight?
I think it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Trying to come up with German? It's okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So what we are doing right now is taking the lactate before Nanna is doing the test or doing the first steps. I will explain the steps afterwards. But to make sure that see, okay, what is she starting on here? And you had a row training yesterday? So maybe we're gonna see that in the results here. Okay, so here in Lab, we're trying always to make the best production all the time, right? So Nanna, we have a little gift for you. We normally know that you'll love to be out in the water and get some fresh air, so we have calibrated this for you. Like being home, right? Yeah, wow. So messed up here.
That's good.
Could you feel anything?
A little.
Okay. From now on, you will go through steps. You start at 8 kilometers per hour here on the bar. So you're trying to give a little warm up here. Now it's you can walk a little. So you're doing 4 minutes with 8 kilometers per hour. Then you jump off to the side. Can you do that? Beautiful. Good. Then you can jump on again. Then you have 1 minute here where I will take the lactate. I will show you this one here, and you can just pinpoint where you think you are. Then it will go up to 9 kilometers per hour, and then 10 every 4 minutes when you have 1 minute break in between.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Good. Add up to you can do more, or I said the lactate is gone, it's blowing off, but do you want to continue? And I know you, so of course you want to continue, and then you give it all you got. But I will inform you that later. I'm looking so much forward to the data here. How is her heart rate compared to the impact from the treadmill? How fast she's running? How the mask will trying to show us how good she is to taking deep breath or significant breath. Okay, how good is she with the oxygen in her legs with the Moxies? So it's going to be quite interesting here. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Good. Jump to the side. Finger.
The first steps were so easy. It was so nice because the first steps are kind of at a pace where you can just keep going, you know, forever, for hours, for the longest time. So it was so nice. As it should, it got really fun and really hard on the last steps. But that's exactly what it should do with the step test.
10 seconds, come on! Jump to the side. Yes. Take it easy, Tiger.
I'm gonna go ahead and sit down.
Could have gone a little bit longer, but like,
As long as we got the data we need, then, and you know, we did. The last one was like if I wanted to do it, and obviously did. Could have gone a little, not a lot, but like 5 seconds more. Could have.
It's quite fun to witness because me and Cammy, we have some talks when you're doing the treadmill, and I have some video of you running, so we have a running analyzer already on you. But so that the fun thing is to see what we know about the runners compared to the rower. You're the first rower I have been testing, so I'm like, there's some numbers we discuss, and we're like, this seems alright, this is quite good, this is okay, why not higher? What, you know, it's quite nice actually just to see different sports activities. Yeah, it was a good test. I'm really looking forward to see the Moxie stats.
it helped a lot when I came back from the Olympics and found out I had asthma.
Yeah.
It's like that.
You have asthma?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like that has helped a lot. Like from like getting medication for it.
Oh.
But it's definitely still like lungs that are just the limiting factor for me. What was the last lactate?
It was 10.9. That's high.
Whew, that was a good time.
That's a good time.
Another great day at the office. love. It's a cool job. What did you do at work today? I was in pain.
What do we do now? We're done.
So we done. So what we're trying to figure it out is when you can come and visit me, and now we have the result. We have the data, so we send that to our guy Miguel, and the report about everything we tested today will arrive 5 days, 7 days, and so next week we're gonna get through all the data we collected today.
I'm a little excited to see what the test is going to show. I've never had it done with running. I'm also just, you know, fresh off of having a little bit of a break, and which was actually incredible to have a little bit of a break. So I know that my shape is not at its peak, but it shouldn't be. So I'm really excited to see what the results are going to say. I'm excited to see if, you know, if something on this test is going to show up that I haven't been able to see on another one of the tests that we have done, just because it is a new way of doing it, and it's not the rowing, it's running. So maybe it will show something that I just haven't seen in the rowing, like a little bit of a blind spot, or just to get some fresh eyes on it, you know? Hello, welcome back. Okay, so we are back. It's been a couple of days, and now we're back for the results. And it's gonna be, I haven't heard anything yet, but he says it's interesting.
This test was running through Nanna was a threshold test, so it's not a VTO max as you know it, so we will not get up to the high number. So don't punch yourself in the face of say fuck it. Yeah, exactly, because that's not what we were analyzing here. So what I was asking Nanna was, how is your training plan kind of, and because there is so much aerobic and anaerobic here, and there is some numbers here that make more sense to me right now. Afterwards, when you have told me you were doing 200K. rowing
yeah.
a week?
Yeah, not right now. Right
No.
now we're a little lower, but
A little lower?
it's in that.
180 or a little lower?
It's like 150 right now, case a week.
The V2 max we found in you was 43.05, and that's a 3 in absolute V2 max. That's what you normally referring to. It's really hard to get enough oxygen into your system, absorb it, facilitate it, and use it. So you spelled lactate and have the H+ ions in your body. So there is, it's hard to say, but it is a big potential you have. But more about that because we're trying to dig into it. But this makes total sense. We start here with the spirometry. Okay.
Yes.
So what we see you can contain is 4.89 liters. As you can see, the norm, it's looking at your age, your height, and your weight, and it should be higher. But again, if you have asthma, it makes sense. It makes sense. There is something with the quality of the lungs here.
Right.
The forest expiration is how much of the 4.89 liters you can adapt out in 1 second. That's 4.1. Oh, it's 90% is the norm. So again, we had hoped it's a little bit higher.
Yeah.
But again, it makes really, really good sense. But overall, you get a score of A because the ratio is good, but it's not.
But there's potential it could be better.
There's a lot of potential.
No, I love that. That's good.
A lot of potential.
We like potential.
We have thought you were better here already here in the beginning.
Yeah.
And now this is where you were standing still. Now we take the mask on. You're getting stressed by the running part, all the biomechanics, how you have to move, and then numbers is changing here.
Oh man.
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
This is good. There's potential.
There's potential here. Okay, so first of all, the respiratory frequency is how many times you are taking a breath. So we can see the minimum where you are running the slowest. You're actually quite good here.
Okay.
25 is really, really good. So as long as the stress factor or the pace is slow, you're really good. You're in control. There's nothing here. But when we're getting higher and higher up to speed, it's more stress factor, and then we actually want the ability to hyperventilate, because if you can hyperventilate, you can get a lot of oxygen in.
Right.
But that seems to be a bigger problem here.
I usually do better on the longer it is, the worse I perform and the worse I am. Like the shorter the distance, the better I am. And I usually recover like pretty well from it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's quite fun.
Yeah.
Because I think the threshold here is also what we will get to that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we want to hyperventilate more with you as we really get going on that. So that's the reason why. This is not the worst, but there is potential. So hyperventilation, you are not normally doing 500 as a really V2 max. The tidal volume, that's how much oxygen you exhalate. So there is something with breathing out.
Which makes sense because of asthma.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It makes sense.
It makes sense. I love data.
Okay.
We love it.
This is really where you at the weakest point, because the economy about breathtaking oxygen and CO2 is like there has to be some CO2, because then the body knows we have to take O2 in. But if you can get rid of all the oxygen, the body's like, okay, then we not need to get even more into it. So the ventilation point here is you can get a lot of in, but not nearly that much out. So that's actually your body have to slow down, or it cannot keep up with the process here. And that's bring me to the ventilation point here. That is 80 in the maximum. And what we have suggested you will be at is 145.
Oh damn.
So
whoops.
We like,
all right.
How the freaking hell does this make sense? So compared to the threshold part you have a hard time with, you lactate so fast because you're not getting enough oxygen ventilated. That's the whole thing for you.
Yeah.
This is this point, because you're really strong, you're really good technical, but the when you get up to intensity and you don't get enough oxygen, your threshold comes in so early. So then you have to spelt and then you do the anaerobic process. And we know that you can hold that for an hour, kind of. So that's the huge Achilles we have here.
This makes so much sense to me.
Yeah.
Like from how I experience, like how I'd feel, this makes so much sense.
So what we're seeing here is the heart monitor here. So when you have to look at it, so in the end of every interval, you ended up here in 121, 132, 138. So the pulse has a delay. That's the reason why we take it in the last step of an interval, because it have to get up and then you get a break.
Yeah.
The break in between, this is the green one, that's how many beats per minute you're going down. So as you can see, 132, and then it's 16 beats per minute you're going down in 1 minute here. That is, I'm really harsh right now, it's not good enough, because when you have the 1 minute, we really want the body to get pumping, because, or here it have to be more easy for you, because just take a lot of oxygen in. If you take a lot of oxygen, it diffundates into the muscle tissue and then it's going down.
Yeah.
Then you don't have to use the heart as much.
Being told that something is not good enough is actually I'm very driven by it, because it means that there's room for potential in something, which is what I could hope for, you know? I hope there's room for potential, because imagine what I can then do, you know? So, and it can sound harsh. It can definitely sound harsh, and there's absolutely a time and a place and an environment for it. But when this is your job, and when you're trying to do what I'm trying to do, what every elite athlete is trying to do, then that's a part of it.
And then...
Oh no. Oh no.
Okay, this is the. I was like, okay. The moxies we have on our clients, we have 2 on the legs, 1 on the arm, and it's meant to be like variable or maybe a trap. So if there is anything wrong with a normal lactate, the arm will have more oxygen than the legs. Right. Because here your arm have more oxygen than your legs, and I'm like,
why?
I'm like, what the fuck? I think because you're a rower, I'm like, you're the first rower we have here, and this is the first time I see it. So I'm like, I was asking Mikkel, does this make sense at all? And he was like, yep. It's like, okay, you're the first one we have seen the arm have more oxygen than the legs in the end. I'm like, what the freaking fuck?
That seems dumb, but
this is quite fun. But as long as you have oxygen, your body is really, really efficient. If I have to say something, what we found out is the asthma you have as a runner will really, really be a big thing for you. So the whole cyclist here for you is like, you know, you're not getting enough air out, you're not getting enough oxygen into the body, the ventilation is quite low, and then makes sense then you need some oxygen, and then you facilitate, your body system will go for aerobic to anaerobic quite fast, and then you will lactate earlier than anyone else. The best thing you can do is maybe less kilometers on the rower and more threshold work if you have to get faster.
Yeah.
In my opinion, what we're seeing here from the. But again, this is the running part. If I have to take it from the test, I would say to you, if you're a client of mine and you have to become faster at running, I will do more threshold work with you, because that is where you need to main focus. And then I will take some kilometers off to make sure you don't get injured, but also you have the battery to really produce.
Right.
Because you have so high levels, so we have to really produce a power production quite big. I don't know, because 200k seems so much. Is that just the way it is, or is an idea above it, or because technical, that I think you're quite good, right?
I mean, somewhat, like.
Because I would say you're really good at aerobic base already. It's like people are always asking me, you mean if I have to become faster, should I just run more? Not necessary, because it's like you always use your battery a little. Yeah. So when you really want a big power production, you're already kind of fatigued. And I'm like, instead of just running for running, I'm like, do something else, or strength training, or do so we can really push when we have to push. That's the thing I'm telling people, because it's not the zone 1 and 2 that makes you faster. It's just make sure that you can get on going and absorb training more, and you can training often.
Is that, I don't know, that's really cool. I was literally talking to my coach about that like a couple of days ago. We talked about like shortening the distance a little bit and doing a little bit more of like threshold. So it's really cool to have data that kind of supports that would actually make a lot of sense for me.
More threshold, double threshold sessions.
Yeah.
When you can do it. You are. We all know she's quite insane, and she are mentally somewhere else. So I think you don't have a hard time pushing yourself, because the thing about double threshold or more threshold session is quite every training you have is hard.
Yeah.
And that's quite hard mentally, because you don't get a rid off or time off. Yeah. But that's myself. I'm doing double threshold today. I know it's hard.
But if it makes you faster,
then you have to like what?
I would do it. If it makes me faster, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
I mean, if it makes me faster, then that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
It's simple, you know? Like, it's hard, but
it
it's
is
simple.
It is simple.
It's so simple. Project 645. Basically, Project 645 is me rowing a 2K in 6 minutes and 45 seconds. So I have at home, I have this whiteboard where, you know, I have little meetings with myself, you know? I have little notes after practice, after competitions, whatever it is. And on the top corner of this whiteboard, I've had the number 645 and then 141 in this corner for, I want to say, a year and a half. I fully believe that I can row a 2K in 645. I just haven't done it, you know? So now I have to do it. So I have set this as a project for myself. Okay, so that was episode 1 of Project 645. We now have a baseline to see where I'm at physically. We have a plan. Now we just gotta do work. And I'm gonna give you an honest peek into it. I'm gonna show you the journey of it. So I really hope you wanna follow along and see how it's gonna go. It might not, honestly, I might very well not do a 645 2K, but I am definitely going to work for it as hard as I can, and I'm gonna show you the journey towards the 645 2K. Thanks for watching.